What's up, everybody? Shane O'Mac here with Just Win Bets, baby. Joe the Fan, big week for us. Went 5-1 in our bets. Big plays. Baker Mayfield, good gosh, screwed us again, didn't he?
You know, we would say some things, but you know, it's the holiday, so can't you really use any type of profanity? But you're killing us, Baker. You're killing us. We were this close from being perfect. Now, this is not the first time that he's killed us. Two other times, so there's three total. He's killed us.
Yeah. Three strikes are out. He's done. He's on my X list. Yeah. I'm staying away from the Bucks. He first killed us with Survivor. Luckily, the other guy in our league also picked the Bucks, so we're still in because we both picked the Bucks. But the Bucks were playing the Saints. We're like, oh, the Bucks should definitely beat the Saints.
Right.
And then boom, they lost. Oh my God, that was so bad. And then this week, I had them beating the Panthers. Baker Mayfield has never lost to the Panthers. Somehow loses this week, of course, because I bet on him. Ruined our perfect week. I only went 2-1. You went 3-0. So good job for your perfect week. But as a company, 5-1. Still not bad. That's still pretty good winning record there. But we want that 6-0 week, don't we?
Absolutely, we do want that. But let's not forget about, I mentioned a third time. So it was obviously yesterday, and then the game that when it was two or 3 weeks ago when they took on the Saints in Tampa. But let's not forget where they didn't cover for us when they took on the New York Jets.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Killing me, man.
Baker, you're on the X list.
Yeah.
On the X list. You hear me? No more for you.
No more.
No more. And what sucks for the Bucks, they're on a 3-game losing streak right now.
Right.
They lost to the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers, all in the division. They lost 3 division games in back-to-back weeks. That's terrible. Todd Bowles, that seat is getting hot, boy.
Not only is it getting hot, but what we should have done is we talked about it, but we didn't pull the trigger here in a sense of, hey, let's invest in Carolina to win the division. We were like, I don't know. But now it's still at plus money at plus 185 when I saw it this morning, but it was at least plus 1,200, 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's all going to come down probably to that week 18, I guess it is, the last week of the season. Bucks Panthers play again.
Yeah, but this time in Carolina.
It's all going to come down to that.
And this time it's in Carolina.
Who plays? Who do the Bucks play next week, and who do the Panthers play next week? Let me look that up.
We have
Buccaneers play the Dolphins. That should be a win for them. Should be. Yeah. Should be. I'm staying away from it. I tell you that right now. That's not going to be one of my bets next week. Baker screwed me over too many times. And the Panthers play the Seahawks. Ooh. That's not good for them. In Carolina, but Seattle is rolling right now.
But Seattle's in though, right?
They're in. They're in the playoffs. But if they win out, they're guaranteed the number one seed.
The one seed. Yeah.
So they want to win so they get the number one seed.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Right. So if they win out, they're guaranteed the one seed. So I assume that they want to win out.
Right. So that
will guarantee them home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which is huge.
I'll tell you what else. I'll tell you what else is huge is that we now make it to week 17.
Yeah.
For our Survivor pick. I didn't even look at Pick'ems yet, but.
Yeah, those don't usually post until after this game's over.
Right.
So we have to wait till tomorrow to do that.
Right. And
so if you're looking for that, guys, we usually do it Wednesday nights and post it on Thursday. We're going to do it a day early because Wednesday is Christmas Eve. I'm supposed to be heading to church, so going with the fam. So I'll be out of commission on Wednesday night, and then Thursday is obviously Christmas. But there are games on Christmas as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll put some bets out. Maybe talk about it tomorrow night and see what bets we like for Christmas Day games.
You're killing me too. Now I got to go to church too. No, of course. No, 3 games on Christmas. Of course, the Cowboys taking on our beloved Skins, which we'll talk about in just a second. The good, bad, and ugly against the Philadelphia Eagles that just took place on my birthday. So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Detroit, Minnesota, Denver, KC would be the night game on Christmas. I'm surprised nothing's happening on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, nothing. Maybe the league is actually giving them like a day off there for the families.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's nothing on Christmas Eve for NBA either. NBA traditionally Christmas Day is one of their big days before the NFL, the Shield took over.
Right.
But so they have nothing Christmas Eve. In hockey, they always take off Christmas Eve. There's a few days they take off. Their last games are tomorrow, and then they're off until the 27th.
Yeah.
So they always do that every year for their players to give them like a Christmas break, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And especially you're not going to compete with the NFL if you're the NHL. You're probably not going to compete with the NBA either. So might as well just give your guys a break, let them spend time with their families.
We also have our college football playoffs. We'll talk about that in just a second. But we just officially, it just came in. It's official. We go 2-0 tonight in the NHL. So we had the Tampa Bay Lightning at 60-minute line at -130. And, of course, the Flyers winning as well during a money line. So it was a big one, 4-1.
And I tweeted out a parlay I played tonight. All we need is the Niners to hold on to this win.
Yeah.
They're only up by 7 now. Colts are starting to come back here, which is a little scary. But Niners win. It's a +491 parlay I put out there. So for tonight's game. So come on, Niners.
Yeah,
kill that clock and score again.
I leaned, as you know, Niners 5.5. McCaffrey, of course, he's running the ball like crazy. So
yeah, he is. Yeah. He's got 85 yards right now, averaging 5.8 yards a carry currently.
Right.
So he's crushed. 90 yards. He's carried the ball there. 90 yards just dumped up to.
All right. So while we wait for the result of the 49ers game in the Indianapolis Colts, let's talk about our beloved Skins. What was your take with another loss in the division, but also now losing 9 out of the last 10?
Honestly, I thought we played pretty well. We hung in there the majority of the game. We were leading at one point. We were leading 10-7
at the half.
At halftime.
Yeah.
We were leading 10-7 at halftime. We looked good. Defense looked pretty good, holding Philly in check. It was all until Mariota got hurt, and then Josh Johnson came in and threw a terrible pick. And then that's when the game was over for us. But honestly, at this point in the season, our season's done.
Right.
That's pretty much what I want from us is a competitive game, but we lose. so we can keep on climbing up that draft board to get a higher draft pick.
Yeah.
So I thought overall though we played good. I thought defense looked pretty good. Offense was moving the ball at times. Obviously didn't score a lot of points, but once Mariota was out, we were definitely done. Josh Johnson is terrible.
Yeah. So reports have already come out here, Shano, regarding Mariota. So I'm going to start with that. So it seemed to start to limp off, and then this was in the third quarter, in the beginning of the third quarter or beginning of the second half, and then one could speculate, hey, it's its knee or what have you, but then I start seeing him jogging into the locker room, or maybe that was at the end of the first half. I don't remember.
No, it was after, because he went to the blue tent, and then they showed him jogging into the locker room like afterwards, like a few minutes after that. I remember that.
Okay.
And then that's when he came back and he had the bandage on his hand.
Right.
He was all wrapped up on his hand.
So what the hell does that have to do with the knee? I didn't. Anyway.
I heard on the radio today they said it was a quad. Like I don't know if it was like if he just pulled it or something. Yeah.
But what the hell does that have to do with his hand?
He did surgery on his hand, they said.
So who I feel bad for is Hartman. Now you've had some, I don't want to say harsh, but you've had some very critical critiques of Hartman. I'm not defending the guy, but what's the point of keeping him?
Yeah.
If you're not going to even try to play him.
Yeah, they signed Jeff Driscoll off of the Cardinals practice squad.
Another older vet.
Yeah. So they signed him and brought him in. He was on our team last year. I don't know if you remember that. He was our third quarterback all of last year.
Right.
So I get what they're doing. He knows the system. So I get that.
Right.
But you had Sam Hartman in your building this whole year. Why wouldn't you give the kid the shot? I mean, I get it. He's terrible. And anybody who watched his preseason games, good God, that boy. He is terrible. Stared down receivers like crazy. Guys wide open. He just couldn't even get the ball to like a 7-yard out.
Yeah.
It was bad. So I understand why they want somebody that could maybe move the ball, but yeah, I feel bad for Hartman there.
I don't know who's worse, Hartman or Leonard from Indy.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember? Holy
Leonard
cow!
was
That's
bad
why
too.
Old Man Rivers is playing right now.
Hey, he's actually playing pretty good,
Yeah, he's
man.
playing pretty
Rivers,
good. I'll give him that.
44 years old and not playing for 5
yeah.
years. He's coming out. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'll give him that. So yeah, I feel bad for Hartman. I mean, but to say that, hey, he knows his system. Well, Hartman knows his system too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Supposedly that's one of the reasons why they kept him is that he's really good in the quarterback room and he's like a very studious player. Like he knows the playbook inside and out.
right,
He just doesn't have the tools to
Right.
carry him out.
right,
That's the problem. Sounds like to me he needs to start transitioning to a quarterback's coach or something.
right. But to the game,
Or try out the UFL.
yeah, good. Yeah, go down the street to DC Defenders, and you know. Let's talk about, of course, the game there. Yeah, they came out swinging. Forced a fumble. You know, they were, I see a couple pops here and there. Good for them. You know, it was just some bad lucky breaks. They forced a fumble with Hurts. But still the penalty, still the discipline is an issue in my book. So
Yeah, some bad penalties.
yeah.
Some bad penalties.
I don't see where the guy was offside for that field goal. Now it's a moot point because
I don't either.
he missed the field goal anyway, twice.
Yeah.
But you can't do these kind of things regardless of a very good team in Philadelphia, but with any team. So we got to be better than that. Iggy is a true safety. No question about it. In regards to a corner or a nickel, no. No. Wait, maybe because we have to keep Lattimore, put Lattimore at nickel.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Sanders still.
We're talking about corners right now. Sanders still, he played a really good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had the forced fumble. He like punched the ball out.
Yep.
Like right on the sidelines there.
Yep.
Had a couple big tackles. I thought he played really well.
Sanders still did well. I really like Famous Amos until he got hurt. So I think he'll get more reps and stuff like that. So he'll be back next year. So Lattimore, I mean, just coach him up, I guess. Just trying to. It is what it is. I mean, I'm sorry, but put you at nickel.
Nice. They have a catch right here on the 49ers game. Look at this. Is this the catch? Is that back toe dragging or no? That's close.
That's very close.
That's close.
Uh-oh. Our producer, Mark, who's texting us right now while we're on live. Let's see here. They got a close-up here.
Incomplete, but oh, man. Touchdown, Niners.
Is it touchdown?
McCaffrey. No, they didn't said no touchdown, but McCaffrey just scores. I'm ahead of you. It's going to happen right now. Watch McCaffrey wide open.
So it's a moot point.
How do you leave McCaffrey wide open? That's like 75% of their offense.
Wow, that sounds like the Skins sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's who had an amazing game for Phil. Let's give credit where credit's due. AJ Brown. Brown had
almost 100 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he had a good game. A guy on the other, when we're talking about defense for us, I thought Wagner played really well. As much as we've bashed him this year, I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah.
Some solid tackles. He had a sack in that game. So I thought he played pretty well.
So we're there, and again, you got a two versus one when it comes to tackling. You know, and even Greg Olson called it out to say, hey, you know, it's communication. But I'll go right into the so the tackling has gotten better. They know, we've said this a couple times the last few games. They know the defensive players know where they need to be. Maybe a couple blown things here and there, but nothing as bad that we saw earlier in the season. So Joe Witt's gone, no question about it. Now to the ugly. It makes no sense to me, and I'm putting my coach's hat on. Why were we using timeouts, especially at the end of the first half? What was the point of that?
Yeah.
You used a timeout. Why did you? And Philly had only one timeout left. Now, granted, again, it's a moot point. Who cares because they missed the field goal? That's not the point. The point is, it was 17 seconds or 20 seconds. That they got a completion and it was going down. And the clock would have been running, right?
Yeah.
Have Philadelphia call timeout. It's in their hands now.
Yeah.
And that would have been a 58-yarder ball. Maybe you use the timeout to freeze the kicker, whatever, But you only use the timeout if you said, okay, hey, look, they're going to kick the 3, or even if they miss. And then that was my point. If they miss, which honestly they did, they missed that 58 field. Now you have great field position and maybe get a 3 out of it, but you have that timeout in your pocket. That's what I don't understand with the coaching. So DQ's doing a little too much. Obviously, he has to call the defense. He's taking over for the defense, right? So that was a waste. And okay, now he doesn't really have a choice. He's got to do that, but it takes away from his head coaching thing. So that's one. Second, this is the thing I don't understand with him as well. Again, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he has to call the defense. He's not really focusing as being the quote-unquote head coach when you're challenging something. Listen, it was a first down. They used the new GPS or whatever that's in the ball. The guys upstairs are saying, hey, it's a first down. And then you challenge a challenge. Why? So that wasted a timeout right there.
Yeah.
So you can't do this kind of stuff. Or you hire someone and say, hey, man, look, they just confirmed it up there in New York, blah, 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 with the little, and you've seen the new technology with the digital. So why are we challenging that? If it's already been done, why challenge it? So that was stupid. That's my ugly for DQ.
Yeah. I agree with that. Clock management has not been his strong suit since he's moved over to DC, for sure.
Yeah.
Taking over defense coordinator role. Not looked good at all. But I don't think it was a strong suit of his when he was just a head coach either. I mean, his strong suit, I think, is just his relation with the players. The players love him, right? So I think that's his strong suit as a head coach. And so he needs to just, I don't know. But yeah, every organization has somebody that's sitting up in the booth just looking at replays and singling down to them saying, hey, you should challenge this or shouldn't challenge this. And if they don't, then they're idiots because every other team does. But I'm pretty sure we do. I would think so. I would hope so, at least.
Right.
But yeah, I totally agree. The other thing, ugly for me, Rodriguez, man, he's good. He's a better back than Bill. I get Bill's the young guy and you want to give him touches.
Sure.
But I think he definitely outperformed Bill again. Rodriguez did. C-Rod.
Yeah.
Just keep giving that man the ball. I'm just looking at his stats. He averaged over 4 yards a carry. Bill was at 3 yards a carry. I mean, just keep C-Rod in there until he gets tired. Then spell him with the Bill. I think we're trying to force it to Bill a little bit too much.
Agreed, and especially in the red zone. You can't dance around. I mean, he's gotten better, but you can't dance Bill in the red zone. There's times where you just, boom, hit the hole. It's there. You're in for 6. Now, he did run hard, got a couple of nice first downs here and there. But I'm going to jump Shano to my good. I really like Burks.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, and he had one catch that was incredible, and then it got taken away because of the penalty.
Yeah.
We talked about penalty.
Yeah.
But incredible catch he had. Oh my God. Yeah, he's showing some flashes, man. We need to definitely keep him around.
Yeah.
I mean, like we talked about it before, former first-round pick for the Titans. Didn't work out there in Tennessee, but it looks like it might here. And if you get Jaden healthy next year and you have him and McLaurin, I mean, that's a pretty good starter set for a wide receiver corps.
Absolutely.
Especially with Luke coming back next year as well.
Right.
So, yeah, but he looked really good. I agree. And another good, McLaurin had a really nice catch down the sideline. About how long was that? Probably like I'm looking up here, 40-yard bomb, boom, 40-yard play, right down the sideline. Nice catch. Had a defender right on him.
Yep,
caught the ball, and it just makes me think, man, I wish he was healthy all year.
Sure, and we don't rarely see Mariota take a long shot like that. We've talked about that and said, hey, a few weeks ago said, hey, it's all this dink and dunk. That's trying to make the defense honest by throwing it. So, and it was spot on. Well, I mean, Terry slowed down just a tad. Okay, so it didn't really get him in stride. Okay, but that tells you the speed of Terry. So yeah, Terry's good. Debo's great. But I really like Burks. I really do. He's got a good frame. Maybe it was the system. It didn't work out, what have you, in Tennessee. But also, look, let's really be honest, didn't really have the quarterback to get him the ball. So, and we said this as well, you replace a great receiver in Brown and AJ Brown. So kind of filling a big shoe there. So,
Yeah.
maybe there was a lot of pressure. I don't know. But it seems
Yeah.
like the kid hasn't matured and hey, sign him. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not signing you to a big, $50 million contract a week contract. I'm exaggerating, of course. But I think the kid's got some potential.
Definitely has potential. Definitely. For sure. I would sign him in a heartbeat. I mean, they picked him off waivers, so his contract currently only goes to the end of this year.
Right.
But I would definitely re-sign him for next year. He's definitely shown flashes enough. Hopefully he'd want to stay here, because kind of like a resurgence, like, hey, this coaching staff, like,
sure,
picked me up, like, kind of thing, gave me the confidence boost. Maybe he want to stay here, because I'm sure with some of the film he's put on tape there, some other teams are going to be interested as well, which might drive up the price a little bit. But I don't see him demanding like a huge contract based on what happened with him in Tennessee.
Right.
Because that was a big falling out with them. That's why he got cut. Right. But I mean, he's been working hard here and looking good. So I definitely would want him back.
Looking really good. Who also is looking really good is McGee, the linebacker.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he had some big plays. We need to play him some more too.
Yeah.
Especially these last 2 weeks. Wagner, I get it. Like we talked about this before. And I just praised Wagner. I thought he had one of his best games of the season this past week.
Sure.
But you're a veteran. We know what you can do. We know who you are. It's time for us to play the young guys. He's got to sit out a little bit more, because he still played. Wagner played like 97% of the snaps. I think I saw.
Yeah.
So he needs to cut that down. Make it like 60-40, something like that, at least.
My concern was Payne was out during some crucial plays.
Yeah.
And that was my concern. I thought Martin had the defensive end. Well, both. They both played very well, against Philadelphia.
This was probably the best. The first 3 quarters of this game was probably the best the defense played all year, honestly.
Sure.
I mean, they kept Philly in check pretty much until halfway through that third quarter. That's when it started. That's when Josh Johnson threw that pick, and that's when everything just kind of snowballed and went downhill.
Yeah.
For the whole team.
Yeah.
But I thought honestly the first 3 quarters was probably the best this defense has played.
Yeah.
Pretty much all season. Maybe that Chargers game they played really well.
Sure.
But outside of that, probably the best game they played all year.
Now where do we go from here in a sense of, obviously what are we going to focus on, et cetera, on the off season? We've got a lot of money. Can't say too much about Dallas. Dallas is in the red, like big time. But anyway, obviously the defense, I say trade back. Sure, we need a pass rusher. I get that. And we just signed somebody from, I believe he was on the Saints. They just got him off waivers. A D tackle.
I looked it up.
Was that from, I believe it was the Saints. So while Shana's looking that up, I think that not only do we need a Mike. We need a middle linebacker. I'm not taking anything away from Wagner, but I think the fans can honestly say, hey, look, this guy is starting to, the tires are showing a little bit of the threads. You know what I'm saying? It's getting a little worn out. I have nothing but respect. He's going to hit the Hall of Fame. No question about it. Okay. But
I saw he's super close to getting I think it's 2,000 career tackles.
Right.
And he'd be the third only player to ever do it. Ray Lewis, London Fletcher, who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
But I'm surprised he's not yet.
Right.
And then he would be the third.
Right.
I mean, that's some elite company there for him.
Yeah.
He only needs 7 more tackles, something like that.
Yeah. And
he's super close.
That's what I was going towards, Redskins great London Fletcher. So we possibly have 2 of the 3 linebackers that are in the Hall of Fame, or hope to soon to be, but 2 of the 3 played for Washington. So to me, Wagner is a older version at the time now, right, of London
Yep.
Fletcher. So we need to bring another guy in. We need a. You'll never find a Mike Singletary or Ray Lewis or whatever. Those are very very rare. Or Luke Hinckley, whatever. We need to find that in the draft. I don't see that since we're in position number 7 right now. Maybe we go back and pick a guy up. I get that we need a pass rusher. I don't believe me. I get it. The problem is that we don't have any depth. We don't have any draft picks to build from the future. Okay, I think McGee will work out on the outside, put him at outside linebacker with Luvu. Okay, or move Luvu to the middle, but I disagree with that. We need a guy, a run like a Wagner. Again, that's like picking a needle out of a haystack there. But that's what we really need.
Yeah, I agree. And we need somebody young. If Wagner wants to come in and be like a player coach for him next year,
Right.
maybe that might be helpful to coach him up. But yeah, we need to start infusing this defense with some youth for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So we're gonna save money with Ertz. Again, not trying to be disrespectful, but we're gonna save money on Ertz. We're gonna save a little bit of money on Noah Brown. But sure, I don't. And my concern is Coleman. I mean, I understand Larry Tunsil is now they shut him down, right? So hopefully Coleman, which I thought he did very well. Again, okay, he got called on a holding here and there. That because he didn't really have that much reps. But you're taking on.
He hasn't played much all year.
He didn't play that much. That's what I'm saying. So, but put him at guard maybe in a draft, or you draft a guard, maybe a second round. But we don't have that. That's my point of trading back.
Yeah, we still have a lot of holes to fill. So I'm all for trading back. Right now, if the season ends today, we'd be picking 7th.
Right.
We could be moving up. It looks like they're shutting down a lot of players. So they shut down Cosme. They put him on IR. They put Lane on IR. I saw the punt returner out of Virginia Tech. So looks like we're shutting down a lot of people. Tunsil, they haven't yet, but a lot of people are suspecting they will.
Yep.
So if they put him on IR, that kind of tells us that they're tanking pretty much. That they're just giving up these last 2 weeks. Honestly, even if we didn't, if Josh Johnson's starting, I don't see us winning anyways. I mean, the guy's been in the league for 17 years as a backup on trap journeyman. He was on the Skins before. It was that year that Jay Gruden got fired.
Yeah,
he was on who was that? Callahan was the interim coach, and he was on the team then. And then he went on. I forget where he went afterwards, but he went on like 3 or 4 other teams. And now he's back.
Right.
But yeah, he's just not good. So I couldn't imagine us winning. Anyways, we just have too many injuries, and then like your number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks out.
Right.
Pick 6 here for the Niners.
Yeah,
that's good for our bet here.
Yeah, Shano is very happy with his close to plus 500 on his parlay.
Yeah.
And it looked like Ayo Johnny. He texted me. That's who it was texting. It wasn't producer Mark because he's on. What do you call it? He's on vacation, of course. But yeah. So a very good week, and not only that, there, Shano, the PWHL has been on fire. 6 of the last 8 out of 8 are winners. 3-0 in the EFL Championship. It was 2-1 on League 2. I rolled the dice on one. We were minutes away for hitting a plus 225 in League 1, and then I think EPL we ended up 2-1. I got to double check that, but so there's a lot that's coming out this upcoming week in soccer with Boxing Day, and what they do is it's the day after Christmas. So the chaps over there in England and around the world that celebrate, of course, Boxing Day, they go crazy with that stuff, and it's soccer all day, all night. So it's very similar to what the NHL did. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Not the Jake Paul type of boxing, which he got knocked out.
Oh yeah, we should.
Which was great.
I saw
great
that.
To see.
We did, of course, the Friday. That was Friday. Yeah, it was
Friday night. Yeah,
and we went off. We got off the air live, and then I saw that. But it was if you were paying, well, those who paid to go to that event need to get their money back, because he was intentionally just, oh hey, and even the rest like, hey, look, knock it off. But then he got him once, like right in the jaw, and I was like, he's out. I knew it.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was a brutal hit.
Yeah.
I mean, he finally, everybody's been bashing him because he's been fighting like these retired old UFC fighters that are way past their prime, way past it. Like he fought Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's 50 years old now, right? He fought Nate Diaz, who's in his late mid 40s, right? So he's fighting all these older UFC fighters that are retired, and they could fight back in the day for sure. But they're mixed martial artist guys too. They're not boxers,
right?
Totally different sport. I get a lot of people trying to compare them. You really can't compare them. UFC, you gotta be worrying about leg kicks and head kicks and throwing elbows and someone trying to take you down to the ground. You know what I mean?
Right.
Boxing, you don't have to worry about all that. So it's totally different. But at least he fought a current, real, true boxer. I mean, it was not pretty for him.
Yeah.
Not pretty for him. Do you see that picture of him afterwards?
I saw that with the X-ray
on his face.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that thing was nasty looking. Nasty looking.
Yeah, his jaw was definitely broken, but yeah, it was good to see it on Netflix. It was part of our subscription, so it wasn't really paying, for any additional stuff. But so yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Before we head off here, what are your thoughts about DK Metcalf?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about that. Can't touch a fan, man. And you're suspended for 2 games. I'm glad the NFL, the Shield, stepped in. I'm not defending the fan, and I'm not saying 2 wrongs make a right. I never defend that. I don't believe in that kind of garbage as well. That being said, I don't know what was said. The fan could have dropped the N-word at the word, something that is inappropriate. And these fans are getting out of hand. And I'm going to talk about that first before I get to DK Metcalf. You've seen in on social media by your buddy JP Finley and others that even with the Philadelphia Eagle fans, and don't get me wrong, even the Skins fans, because I saw the guy, he was wearing 44 Rigo, and you see these comments online, hey, 44 is going to work there. Enough is enough. If you're part of a fight, and this has to be from the Shield has to bring this down. If you're part of a fight, regardless of what it is, you are banned. You're banned, or the guy who's holding the ticket, which it says on the ticket, right?
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe button and start winning with Just Win Bets,
There has to be accountability. I mean, there's not really a lot of accountability in this world, to be honest with you. But in the Shield, listen, okay, I blame Mr. Harris for allowing this to happen. I don't see that at Texas Stadium. I don't. At Jerry World, maybe I don't see it reported. Philadelphia, it's Philadelphia. Okay?
Yeah.
Baltimore is Baltimore. Okay? But if you're trying to bring your little kid or family or whatever, and we talked about this months ago, you got to stop this. This is not good for the league in a sense of what are we promoting here? You go there and or you need to stop the beer thing, third quarter or by halftime. Hey, that's it. We're done. They're getting drunk. People are getting drunk on this, which I hate this stupid tailgating. They're getting drunk in the tailgating stuff, and they're coming in here already drunk. And then you're going to sell them alcohol at the stadium. I understand it's about this, the money. I get all that. But I can't even take my kid or nephew or family or whatever, and you're not paying, hey, nah, it's only $50. No. We're talking a minimum of $200, $300, $500 per person.
Yeah.
For a stupid fight, I don't have time for that. So, the younger...
It's not everywhere, like you said. Like, right. I went to Green Bay this year. I didn't see one fight in Green Bay.
Nope.
Not one. Everybody there was super nice. Everybody, like, I was wearing Skins gear from head to toe.
Sure.
Nobody. I mean, they were friendly, joking back and forth
Sure.
with me, stuff like that.
Sure.
I mean, and that's cool. That's cool. But there was no curse words yelled at me. There's nobody trying to fight me.
Right.
Anything like that. And everybody there was so nice. But yeah, it's some stadiums in this league. It's bad. And FedEx has been like that for a little while. It's rough. I agree with you 100%. There's no place for it.
And it's not just Baltimore or Washington, but you see that in Buffalo. We talked about what happened. Someone I knew with an ice ball there, maybe in the Giants, definitely in Philadelphia. I have no problem. Hey, and it's friendly joking. Even they give me a hard time. You got your skin suck, but hey, no one's going to get pissed off about that. Okay. They even showed, I even saw Puka was going to a basketball game. And someone said something to him, and he's like, hey, Packers suck or Ravens suck or whatever. It's all, you're not, if you're going to get in a fight or over, one's having an opinion about your team, I mean, that's a little too extreme.
Yeah.
But you have to, you got to, hey, look, you're banned. Yeah, but I don't care. You're banned. So back now, finishing DK Metcalf. They're going to appeal it, which is the dumbest thing ever. I get due process for the most case there because a lot of people don't really get due process, but whatever. DK, you can't touch people. Regardless, I'm not defending the fan because I don't know, but the league has to come down on it because they don't want what happened at the Palace. And we talked about that in the 90s with the Detroit Pistons and the Indiana Pacers. Okay. You do not want players jumping into stands. Okay.
Yep.
And you're talking super lawsuit. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yep.
So that's why I kind of like, okay, hey, it's fun for people to jump into from the stands into the field. I don't like that. And it's college kids, and kids are going to be kids. But wait until someone gets hurt, let alone someone gets sued for a lot of this. Then you're really screwed.
It's true. Totally true.
So
totally true. I'm with you. And yeah, DK, I mean, players just can't. And like the stories that I'm hearing, like how it happened, the fan kept calling DK over, kept calling him over, and DK went over there. Don't even go over there.
Right.
Ignore the guy.
Right.
Don't just stay where you are.
Right.
I mean, who's that guy compared to you? Right. You're making millions of dollars playing a sport, a game that people love. Right. That guy is just only bad can come from that, especially if he's wearing the other team's jersey. If it's like a fan from your team, maybe you can go over there to sign an autograph, whatever. Right. But someone wearing the opposing team's jersey, don't even pay them two seconds of your mind. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, but you definitely can't swing on them, even if you do go over there.
I'm disappointed in Tomlin because that's where you send in the discipline part, and we saw DQ at the end of the game, just standing there. Hey, players are gonna shake it up, blah blah, because he knows, hey man, I don't want anything to happen because I'm going to see this team in 2 weeks anyway, right? Because that's how that's how it was laid out. But Tomlin should have said to the league, hey, look, we'll handle it internally. Hey, I don't care who you are, and you got to send a message. You're suspended 2 games. Yeah, but you're suspended without pay 2 games. You can't do it. Sorry, bro.
Totally. I get it. Hey, I mean, the league did step in and suspend them, and we'll see if what happens with the appeal.
Yeah,
I doubt they're going to overturn it because there's video evidence of it.
Right.
They might drop it down to 1 game if they could hear like some news, like, hey, it was reactionary. He did call him the N-word, something like that.
Right.
I don't know what was said. I have no idea.
Right. I don't either.
So they might maybe drop it down to 1. There's no way they're going to get him down to 0. There's no way. I don't see that happening.
Right.
Right. You just can't go over there. Just don't even go over there. Don't go anywhere near the sidelines over by the fans.
Sure.
Stay near the bench. Don't go anywhere else.
I agree. And sure, it should be investigated. Again, I'm just using that as an example, and it was a bad example. But you never know. He could have talked about his mom or his family or what. We don't know. Okay. But you interview DK Metcalf, who never had any issues before, right? So you interview, hey, look, this is what the guy said. He threatened this or whatever it was, okay? Still doesn't give him the right to do what he did. That being said, it's on camera. We know where he is, or blah, 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 and they need to investigate it. So there's cameras all over the stadium in Ford Field, right? Find out who this clown is. Find out where he sat, and then okay, who owns these tickets? Who's this guy? Blah blah. And you can interview him. Blah blah. And then right there, hey, you're banned. But I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. No, done.
Banned from the stadium. Can't come back.
Can't come back.
Can't even come back if Kenny Chesney comes in town. You're banned from the stadium.
From the stadium. Sorry. Now, if you want to go to Philadelphia Eagle and watch, sure. But there needs to be something to where, hey, look, if you want to come to this stuff, they're I don't want to call the players entertainers, but you're there for entertainment, right? They do their thing. Catch a ball, make a tackle, do the giddy, the gritty, whatever. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is fans need to be in their lane. Players and coaches and all need to be in their own lane. Should not intersect there. If you want an autograph or whatever, wait 2-3 hours until they get out. Or better yet, go to these shows where they're like, hey, it's $50 or $100. They get you an autograph. They'll put your name on it, to Joe the fan, whatever it is. That's the proper way to do it. Not, hey, you might, no. And a lot of, I blame both sides. But if Goodell needs to make the Shield understand, hey, look, can't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Who's to say, I applaud him moving forward. I applaud him moving the draft to different locations. And they had it in Green Bay. They had it at this. That's fantastic. And they're going to have it
be in the National Mall soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you see, Dallas Select, and they're gone. You can't have that kind of stuff.
Just do what we've been doing for hundreds of years. You don't like something, just boo.
Right.
Right? What's wrong with just booing? Right?
Yeah, you don't know. But look, the kid worked. I could say kid now, right? The kid worked hard to get to where he is. Went through college or went through the process or whatever. And he worked his tail off, and now he made it to the NFL, which is a lot of the kids' dreams, right? To do stuff like, throw a tomato, or I'm not saying anything happened. I'm just spitballing here. It's not right. So I protect the players, but also the fans. You need enough of that. Hey, look, you can't do anything, any fights, blah, blah. And it's not just the NFL. Baseball, any type of sporting event. Now, you and I are going to the PWHL in about less than a month. If we see, they're fight. Hey, man, you want to fight? Go on the ice rink, okay, and see what happens. That's why they don't. Hey, I commend these wrestlers. Remember back in the day when people would jump into the ring, blah, 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 and then Triple H or whoever would just totally, yes. Free game there. Anybody comes in there, you're in. You cross the line, you're done. You're done.
I remember the one you were just talking about. Triple H lit that dude up.
It did.
That was crazy. And if you're going to jump a ring, why would you jump in a wrestling ring? Those guys are all bulked up on steroids.
Right.
Weigh 250 pounds with 2% body fat.
Right.
It's like, I don't know why you would ever jump in that ring, but yeah. I agree with it.
It's the same with the fan running on the field during a Super Bowl or whatever, and the guy tackles him. I mean, we've seen it. It's somewhat funny when you see Emu Limu, okay?
Yeah.
And he's running over, in the commercial there, and then you see a security guard tackle. That's all free game, my guy.
Yeah.
You're in my.
I saw one of the Skins game 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. This security guard lit this dude up that ran on the field, and the whole fans was like, "Ooh!" It was a huge hit, and people were saying, "Side that guy, side that guy." This security guard just came out of nowhere, sprinted, and just straight speared this guy, tackled him to the ground, and it was awesome.
Yeah. So don't do it. But there's a lot of factors to blame here. Party, alcohol. I don't get the tailgating thing. I really don't. I think that's stupid. I think that shit needs to be banned. Whoops, that slipped. But I think that all that stuff needs to be banned, man.
Tailgating's fun. I like tailgating. I wouldn't ban that. But
Right.
it's on the stadium to not serve people who are already intoxicated. That's what it comes down to when
Right.
they get inside the stadium.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't think you can ban beer because like if I go to a game with my son, I'll buy a hot dog and a beer or whatever, you know what I mean.
Sure.
But I'm also not going out there and fighting people.
Sure.
But
Sure.
so you can't really ban that for the people who are following the rules. It's just they need to have something. So like if someone comes in like and they're hammered, you can't cut them off.
Right.
You have to. I mean, bars do it, right?
Right.
Any bar will cut people off once
Right.
they hit a certain limit,
Right.
and they can tell you're like super intoxicated. They have to train their guys at the stadium that are working and selling beers to do that same thing.
Yeah, and I'm surprised no one's gotten sued. Because who's to say? I'm not hoping for it, obviously. Heaven forbid. Especially, but you come out of game and you kind of like a DUI. And you oh no, hey, I would have never drank anything if they didn't serve me, but I'm just saying it's happened.
Yeah. It's true.
So that's why bars cut people off, to
Yep.
prevent that kind of stuff. But they can be liable. Well, you served the guy. So I'm surprised we haven't heard any stories about that. But I would never want anybody, obviously, to get hurt intentionally. Yeah, if you can, it's not the issue if you can control it or not. It's the issue of, hey, look, people are there to have a good time. Joke around, hey, have a little side bet on the side, or hey, Cowboys, no issue with that. I got no problem with that. But to make it violent like that, I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here? So,
totally agree. And DK, next time, just don't go near the sideline. Yeah. I mean, don't go near the fans. Just stay on your bench. Yeah. Stay on your bench. Talk to your teammates. And drown that noise out.
Right.
Who cares? Who cares about that guy sitting there? He wishes he was you. If he could trade places with you, he would. Right. Yeah, well, so you're above him pretty much. You know what I mean?
And the teammates are to blame too, because it would have been like, hey man, come on, man, let's go this way. Yeah. And you see it on the field. Hey, hold them back. I'm like, all right, come on. Blah blah blah. Maybe people didn't see it, but I find that very hard to believe. And maybe not Tomlin in that case because he's running the show. But there's got to be a water kid or some somebody, tell an assistant coach, hey man, what the hell's going on over here? You got to protect your players and you got to. But there's a lot of people to blame. Where's security? Where's security of the stadium?
Yeah.
So it's. I'm not here to put the blame on anybody. I think there's a lot of variables here to point the finger at, but come on, man. It's just, it's a long day, and, Steelers and Detroit was a good game. Very wacky ending there, but it's just not the time.
Totally agree.
All right, Shano. So that wraps it up for us on the good, bad, and the ugly. For
one last thing though,
go ahead.
We just talked about it. I just want to reiterate. Plus 491, baby.
I'm curious what
plus 491.
I'm going to ask Ayo Johnny right
hopefully
now.
You guys are following me on. Hopefully you guys are following me on X. If not, make sure you follow us at Just Win Bets Baby. I tweeted it out. I don't remember when. 5:30, 6 o'clock or so tonight.
Right.
A parlay I was playing. Plus 491. Our last leg that needed to hit was Niners to win, and they just won. So plus 491, big win.
And that, of course, was, you want to run down what you had there?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
49ers to win.
I had 49ers to win. Brock Purdy, 220 plus passing yards. He had 295. George Kittle, 50 plus receiving yards. He had 115, way over. Juwan Jennings to have 40 plus receiving yards. He had 71. And then Jonathan Taylor to have 3 plus catches. He had 3 catches exactly. So he barely got that one. All the other ones crushed easily. So, but still hits, still winner. Sure. Plus 491. Big baby there.
Plus that what was it, 20 or 30% on the SGP?
Oh, the boost?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30% boost.
30% boost.
Yeah. So, yep, big one there. So good news to end it after talking about all the fighting and stuff. That's all I wanted to end with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to sign off here, guys. And then we'll be back tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow. to where we will have our Week 17 Survivor pick and, of course, our pick'ems for Week 17 in the NFL. Because we're not going to be on Christmas Eve nor Christmas Day, but then we'll take a few days off. And then we'll be back on, I believe, the 26th, which is a Friday. Yep. And then we'll have our college and our official NFL pick. So we'll
round 2 college football playoffs and NFL week.
Yeah.
So big week.
I see an upset there. I see an upset in the college football. I'm just saying.
Ooh, teasing. Check it out on Friday. See who it is.
Even though you did hit and you called Miami.
Yeah. We both like Miami plus the points, and I said I'm sprinkling some on them to win out, right? Too, and they did.
Yeah.
So, but they're going up against Ohio State this week. That's a little bit of a tougher challenge.
You never know.
We shall see. We shall see.
Know.
I think this is I heard this earlier too. This is the first time they're facing each other since they fought each other in the national championship game, or not fought each other, faced each other in the national championship game back in like 2001 or whatever it was.
Right.
They faced each other. It was in the early 2000s. But first time they faced each other since then. So
yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Big rematch, 20 years in the making.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have the wise man there. He just celebrated the birth of his child, his third child. So congratulations to him and his family. Hope everybody's doing well, especially for the holidays that's coming up. So hopefully we can get him on. And if not, we'll definitely get him on the following week as we talk a little college basketball.
Coming soon.
That
Coming
plus
soon.
UFC 324 towards next month. We've got 2 UFCs in January.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a good, what is it, 6 weeks, I think, since the last one to the next one.
Yeah.
So about a month and a half break for the pay-per-views. We talked about that before because, like, I think the contracts and all that stuff, they weren't sure where they were going, and then Paramount bought it, so they took a little bit of break between the pay-per-views. But yeah, they have 2 pretty close to each other. They're like 2 weeks apart, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So trying to look that up now, and our friends over at DraftKings just send us a couple hats. I'll show it to you tomorrow. So I got to give you a hat. So the Rainmakers of USC. So,
Rainmakers.
I forgot to give that to you earlier. So 324 UFC, because we're only doing the pay-per-views, obviously. So the 324 on the new year would be, of course, January 24th. And then, Shano, the following week.
Oh, it's only a week apart.
Yeah.
Man.
325.
That's rare.
It'll be.
Hey, thankfully you don't have to buy the pay-per-view amount anymore for that.
I know, but we might have to work a little overtime here.
Yeah.
Now this one, the one that is, of course, 325 is going to take place down under in Australia.
Oh yes, that's gonna be a weird start time, probably.
It's definitely gonna be a weird start
when that started. That's like on the other side of the world. We have to see what. I think that's the one Volk's fighting in, isn't it?
I think, yeah, Volk's, yeah.
Volk's a really good fighter.
Kovsky versus Lopez too.
Volkanovski.
Okay, yeah.
People just call him Volk.
I need Joe Rogan. And then we're off for a while. We don't have anything until nothing in the month of February. Then we're back at 326. Holloway and Oliveira too.
Yeah, both those guys can fight.
Yeah.
Their first fight was super entertaining. Entertaining. Holloway won it, but super entertaining fight. Oliveira always puts on good fights too. They both do.
Yeah.
Both of them are really entertaining guys to watch.
We will have and the banners are already done for 324. We're gonna get the guys doing the 325. So yeah, not that much of a rest for UFC there, Shano.
Yeah, and big announcement, UFC. We have somebody introducing us for the first time.
Yes.
For the next one. So that'd be great. You got to check that out. When you check it out in January when we do our live show and do our best bets for the UFC.
Yes, for our live show. And we are, of course, they're working on it now as to, they're touching up, doing a little of the audio stuff or whatever. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. So, soccer picks, of course, we'll have our Survivor tomorrow. Soccer picks later. PWHL will be out. There's 2 games tomorrow. So hopefully we can continue the winning streak there. That'll be on YouTube at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Hockey picks, NHL picks will be at 9 o'clock. Lots to do.
For sure.
But we were going to go to bed now and count the money, as we do for money, especially there. Oh, wait a minute. You tell me you bought tickets for Powerball.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. The drawing just happened. I got to look that up, see what the numbers are. Drawing's at 11 o'clock. So, if that happened, woo! I don't know. My ticket's upstairs. I don't remember my numbers. But
how many tickets did you buy?
I bought 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't usually buy more than that.
Okay, and they're $2 a piece.
The odds are so low of winning. I just want to say I played it because you never know. You have to play.
You never know.
You never know.
Now you let the computer pick it, or you pick it.
Computer pick.
All right.
Computer pick. I just said, give me 2, and I give them the $4 and get out of there.
All right. Here we go. 1.6. Now, if it doesn't hit, I'm just saying if. Where does it go now? Two bill.
Probably close to it. They got the numbers for tonight: 3, 18, 36, 41, 54, and 7.
And what was the Powerball? 7.
7.
Lucky 7.
7. I have to go upstairs and check my ticket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, new rule in Virginia. If you live in Virginia,
yes,
starting January 1st, you can claim it anonymously. So wait, if you win this and you're watching this, wait until after January 1st to claim it, because then you can do it anonymously. Right now, you have to put your name out there. So if you wait a week, you can claim it anonymously, and then that way you don't have third cousins coming out the woodwork asking you for money.
Right.
You can send tips to me for giving you that advice. But it's one of the new state laws that are passing, that just passed, and it takes effect January 1st.
So what would you do? What's your first call? Lawyer or accountant?
Lawyer for sure.
Okay.
Lawyer.
Okay.
I would find the best financial lawyer in the DC area and say, hey, I got the golden ticket. I want to talk to your top guy, whoever the top guy in this firm is. I want him advising me on what to do with his money.
Your retainer's $1 million. Okay.
There we go.
All right. There you go. No problem.
I wouldn't have it yet, but he knows as long as I have that ticket, I can pay him.
Sure.
So, yeah, that would be my first call. Best financial lawyer I can find in the DC area.
There you go.
That would be my first call for sure. Before I did anything else. Before probably like jumping through excitement and waking my kids up upstairs.
Like Doc Brown from Back to the Future, 88 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to sign off here. Have a good night. Happy holidays, and we will see you tomorrow live on YouTube and on X. Take care. Happy holidays from everyone here at Just Win Bets, baby.